Alright, working some chords, more chords today, this week. So one thing to try and do, find some kind of footstool or just anything you can prop your foot up, so this way the guitar is a little bit higher, so this way it doesn't feel like you need to use your left hand to hold it. So for both, or for exercise one, you can use your first and third, or you can use your first and fourth. Either way. I want you to try and get in the habit of having your thumb back behind your hand. I mean, everyone's hand's different. For most people, having the thumb in the middle of the hand makes it much easier to hit your stretches. If you have it out here, well then you're kind of putting the pressure in a weird spot, but you want to have the thumb behind your fingers, so this way, you're making this kind of motion here, so this way your thumb and your fingers are working together to put the pressure on the strings. So if your thumb's out here, well, then they're not working together as much as they could. Like if your thumb's all the way out here, the thumb and the fingers will press against the neck, but not as efficiently as if they were right behind each other. Okay. So the goal with this is just to get it as clean sounding as possible. So again, you can use your ring finger or your pinky finger for the higher note. Either one, whatever feels most comfortable is fine. Usually I use the pinky finger for these two-fingered fifth chords. So here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 So I'm gonna move the camera here so you can get real good close up of what my hand is doing. Alright, so let's do that again. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 So number 2, you are using or playing two-finger major chords. So middle finger always on the A string for this exercise. Index finger always on the D string for this exercise. So I'm just saying this exercise because you can always move your fingers all over the place on the guitar. But for this exercise, that's where we're going to be. Second finger or middle finger on the A string, index finger up on the D string. So, just like the other one, you're just going to play one note at a time, keep the fingers down so you hear both notes ringing out. You want to make sure that your middle finger is up on the tip enough, so this way you're not muting any strings. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 So another thing we talked about is chord shapes. So that's a two-finger major chord shape. So no matter where I play this, starting on the A string, it's a two-finger major chord. No matter where I play those fifth chord shapes, anywhere starting on the E string, as long as I stay in that shape, it's always a fifth chord. So if you can just recognize the shape, it's very helpful. So remember, when you're changing chord to chord here for these arpeggios, think about just moving the entire shape at once and look at the lowest note you're holding. That's like your home base. So that's what you're aiming for. And same thing when you're playing these chords, looking at the finger holding the lowest note. That's your home base. So if you focus on the fret you're moving to, then you just take that chord shape along with it. With you when you're moving from fret to fret. It'll make changing things a lot easier. And then the bonus thing here, the C major scale. Let's see. I can get this in frame here. Alright, well, let's see, can I get both? I think that'll work. Something like that. Okay, so what I'm doing here, basically just ring finger on fret 3, middle finger on fret 2, index finger on fret 1 for this whole thing. So, this is what it should sound like. And now the descending. Go. So ring finger, open string, middle finger, ring finger, open string, middle finger, open string, index finger. And going back down, index finger, open string, middle finger, open string, ring finger, middle finger, open string, ring finger. There we go, the C major scale. So I believe that covers everything we worked on yesterday. As far as the old material, remember we don't need to do that anymore because we're moving on, building and building from there, except for exercise number 1 where you're just picking all those strings open. So if you want to do that for like a warm-up, just to make sure that you keep developing good pick control, that's fine. You can do that a few times a day and just go from there. Alright, if any questions come up, please let me know, and I'll see you again on Sunday.